October 8th, 1999 marked the release date of the Fossil expansion. With these additional 62 cards, finally, 149 Pokemon were available in the game. However, not a month later, on November 6, 1999, Pokémon, the first movie, was released in theaters. With its release, moviegoers would finally be able to get their hands on one of the most elusive Pokemon, Mewtwo. The release of Mewtwo usurped Haymaker as the meta deck and allowed for colorless Pokemon like Wigglytuff and Clefable to become powerhouses. In this set, cards like Mewtwo, Ditto, Muck, Mew, and Psyduck were meta-defining and meta-warping. In this series, James and Pat will be exploring the forgotten history of the Pokemon trading card game. Each episode, we will be examining a different historical format and uncover the secret evolution of the game. This is the history of the Pokemon trading card game. Alright, and welcome back to episode 3 of the history of the Pokemon trading card game. Last episode, we basically saw a stall mirror match with our Lickitungs, but luckily, I am just a much better trainer at flipping heads. So, I was able to win, and James lost. Also, James apparently didn't do his respin properly last week. So the way the respin works for this series is you spin, and if you don't like it, you respin, and you have to take whatever your respin was. So it's kind of, and much like last year, I've got the respin this week, so I'll be utilizing it properly. We have a lot of options to play with. As you can see, we have a total of 6 playable decks. We have Wigglytuff Toolbox. This is my personal favorite. This is what I'll be gunning for. Wigglytuff is incredibly versatile and playable with support Pokemon like Magmar and other hard hitters like Mewtwo. With Hitmonchan on the run from these powerful psychics like Mewtwo, Wigglytuff can easily tank hits and then dish out massive damage. Then we have Electonine. This is a kind of a rogue deck. It's fairly interesting. It uses a combination of Electrode, Lass, and Psychic to shut down your opponent and then build up a massive Arcanine. A really tough deck to pilot, so I hope I don't get it, but we'll see. An easier deck to pilot would be Mewtwo Haymaker here. Haymaker receives a makeover with Mewtwo that allows for interesting combination of Dodrio and Hitmonchan, or Mewtwo and Electabuzz. Fundamentally, they achieve similar goals, but use different supports for Mewtwo. Then we have Lickitung Stall. Saw this last week. Same principle as last week. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Then we also have Moltres Stall, which is actually kind of a strange deck. It's an alternative to the heavily psychic-focused deck, or Lickitung Stall. Moltres Stall is the first real burn mill deck in the format. No doubt James will actually go for this, either this or Rain Dance, as it seems to slowly mill out the opponent's deck and be generally annoying, which is James's playstyle. Finally, we have Rain Dance. It's actually a really fun deck. This is the first iteration of Rain Dance I actually like. There's a Pokemon that can actually make good use of all the water energies floating around, and that's Articuno. And that comes out in Fossil. So it's a powerful Pokemon that doesn't need Magikarp and can just blow up opponents and their benches, for that matter, too. So let's get right into the spins and see what we can get. So I'll give this a good couple of spins here. Alright, Wigglytuff Toolbox. I'm not respinning that. That's what I'm going to be playing because I'm excited to play it, and I'll save my spin for next week.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Last episode was actually pretty close, but I ended up falling behind due to Patrick's protagonist powers from his coin flips. This week, we're moving into what I consider to be more my territory. Personally, I prefer Control, but Stall is a very close second for Pokemon, and there are a bunch of Stall decks on this wheel, which is ironically what the meta has kind of evolved into. The release of Mewtwo as a promo card was game-defining. With Mewtwo running around, my favorite stalling Pokemon, such as Lickitung, don't have the ever-constant threat of Hitmonchan breathing down their necks. There are 2 basic strategies we can play this week. You either hit hard with Mewtwo, or you outlast Mewtwo through Stall. There's some variants with Rain Dance added in there, but let's be honest, it's not very good. I am hoping to roll Stall, however, since I know Patrick's going to be going for more of an aggressive strategy. He does get 2 spins, so chances of him getting that aggressive strategy are significantly higher. So let's spin. Let's hope that we get... Moltres Stall. Moltres Stall sounds good. Let's go with Moltres Stall. Come on, Moltres Stall. Come on. All right, Lickitung Stall works as well. I don't think there was a single week in Pokemon history on Pokemon progression I didn't play Lickitung. I had Lickitung in my deck last week, so I'm pretty familiar with how this deck runs. Not too shabby. See you guys in the deck builder.
Alright, so this is what we'll be bringing to today's match. Very different from last game. Going to be doing a lot of damage this game, or at least hopefully doing a lot of damage. We're not really going to be stalling out. That's why we have all these Bills and Professor Oaks here. We're trying to just draw through our cards and try to see what we can get exactly. So I guess I'm going to start here from the top. So you have Grimer and Muck. Really doing this for Muck because we want to have that toxic gas ability on the field at least. And that kind of is a little bit of a floodgate for anyone that's trying to use Pokemon power. So if James rolled Rain Dance, for example, this will be able to shut down that entire deck because you can't use Blastoise's Rain Dance anymore. That's basically what it's in here for. It has some niche interactions with some more water decks, but like, if I'm going for damage, I'll be using Scyther. Let's just be honest here. But aside from that, you know, I have Scyther, fairly basic, just looking for that slash damage, really. Then I have Mewtwo. Mewtwo's actually fairly interesting in that it's a 2-turn setup, depending on how late in the game you go. You can Energy Absorption, pick up 2 energy cards, and attach them directly to Mewtwo, and then you can use Psyburn for 40 damage every single turn. This card was a beast in the entire set. It one-shots Hitmonchan. It one-shots just a bunch of stuff. It's weak to itself, so you're going to want to play an opposing Mewtwo that can one-shot the other person's Mewtwo. It's crazy. The other option here that we can really tech into, and I have, obviously, is Mew. So Mew is kind of an anti-Mewtwo, because for 1 Psychic Energy, you can send that out, and it one-shots the Mewtwo. Because it does 10 times the number of energy cards attached to the defending Pokemon. Mewtwo's going to have about 3. It's going to do a total of 60 damage. You plus power that, that's a one-shot. De-Evolution Beam almost never comes into play. It might, but it really doesn't, because all it does is set you back 1 Pokemon. It could, like, do some weird tech kill, but I don't see that coming into play. Really, you're going to be playing for the Psywave, which does a lot of damage. Then the star of the deck, in my opinion, Wigglytuff here. Wigglytuff for 3 energy, so that can be a double colorless and then some other energy. You're able to do the wave, which does 60 to 70 damage, depending on if you plus power it, right? Jigglypuff is really going to be going into that. You can use the Lullaby to try to, you know, kind of set back your opponent and then go for a couple pounds. This is not in Erica's Jigglypuff territory. You're not really... I think it's Jigglypuff. Where's the Clefairy? I don't know. It's one of the two. Where you're going to be going for that 40 damage as an opening move. That's not what we're looking for here. We're looking to just kind of set up for Wigglytuff. And that's why we're playing so many basic Pokemon. We want to be able to just play them all the way down on our bench and then just whack for Wigglytuff and basically go for game there. That's a lot of damage that he's going to be able to do. If you look at all these guys, I mean, they kind of max out at Wigglytuff's HP. So anything that's not a Wigglytuff or another stall Pokemon will just die to Wigglytuff. So pretty crazy. Aside from that, we do have our trainers here. So we have Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji is kind of just a scoop up. And instead of sending just the Pokemon to your hand, it sends it to your deck. Good way of preventing a deck out in case you have a lot of energies attached to a Pokemon. Then we have Bill, Professor Oak, and Computer Search. Kind of a basic core search set. In case we need a deep draw, we have Bill. In case we need to we have an empty hand and we want to draw 7 cards, Professor Oak. Computer Search can give us anything specifically that we want. Last game, we saw exactly how strong energy removal was, so we're running a full 6. We're not actually running 8 because we need a little bit more room for our plus powers. But we are running 6 here, and that can really set James back depending on what he's playing. If he's playing Rain Dance, it doesn't really have much of an effect. But if he's not, it does do quite a bit. Item Finder is a good way of recurring anything. We saw how good this was in the last match. We're able to just pick up Gust of Wind repeatedly. Not that we're going to need to do that this set, but we were able to just pick up anything we needed at any point out of our discard pile. Plus power is exactly what we need to be able to go over. James might be counting on us not having it, so he might leave something out there with 10 extra HP. But depending on what James is playing, we might need to play around that as well, so it's something good to take into account. We also have Gust of Wind. Again, a baller card. If we need to get something out there that will get one-shot by Wigglytuff, for example, that's a problem card. We can take care of it. Energy Retrieval is a good way of just grabbing an extra energy in case we have any in our hand. Otherwise, I don't really think it's all that strong. That's why we're only running 2 of them. Switch is also really good. Good way of switching out our Pokemon. The only thing is, in this deck, why we're not running a whole bunch of them, it's because we basically just max out on 2 energies for our retreat cost, and we have Scyther doesn't have any retreat cost, so it's like, what's the point? So we don't really have that many, but it is a good way of just switching out in case we have like some kind of status condition or something that we need to get over. There's extra Scythers down here because I forgot to add it in earlier, to be completely frank. And then we have all of our energies. We are running the 3 Grass Energy Core. Potentially if we wanted to go for that Sword Dance, or in case we want Muck to actually be able to do anything. And then we also have our double colorless along with our Psychic Energies. I think this is a really strong deck. This is probably, if not the premier deck of the format, the second best deck of the format, right behind Haymaker. Haymaker's still pretty strong, but I think this counters Haymaker to a greater extent and is able to really go over the top fairly early on in the game. So I'm pretty excited to see what this is able to do, and I'll see you guys in the battle.
All right, so we put together this Lickitung stall deck. I mean, it plays exactly how you think it would. Revolves around Lickitung and Chansey basically being bodies. You've got Mr. Mime here, also has the ability to stall out because it can't, an attack does 30 or more damage, it just doesn't do it. And it actually works out very well against a Mewtwo deck because, so its effect takes place after applying weaknesses and resistance. It's weak to Psychic. So anything that a Psychic Pokemon does to it, it's going to double it. Meaning that Mewtwo pretty much never do damage to Mr. Mime. I can just sit there on Mr. Mime more or less forever until he gets gusted out of the way or something like that. But in the event that does happen, you know, I've basically got a ton of trainer cards here that revolve around two things. Keeping my Pokemon alive, basically around Scoop Up here. So focuses a lot on, you know, recovering Scoop Up from the graveyard, searching it out from my deck. Basically, just it's a way to grab my Pokemon, you know, I can heal it and everything. None of my Pokemon require a ton of energy, a ton of setup, so I can just set it right back down again, throw the energy that was on it before right back down on it again, and it's ready to go, fully healed, no status conditions, etc. So it's better than Pokemon Center in that way, because I'm not sacrificing energy, especially since I'm going to have to be discarding a ton for things like computer search and item finder, as well as super energy removal. Super important if I'm not able to get that Mr. Mime versus Mewtwo matchup right there. Energy removal as well, keep my opponent on his toes. Energy retrieval, because I'm going to be discarding a bunch, got to be able to get that energy back. And there's also, you know, not a whole ton of energy in here, not compared to how I normally build decks. Defender and plus power, I wouldn't put in there myself, but the deck list had it in there. And then Mr. Fuji is in there, basically to act as another Scoop Up, but slightly worse because it has to go into the deck instead. Some of the cards that are in here that I don't think necessarily play into the strategy as much, but the deck list included it. Scyther focuses on some damage. Don't really think we need damage. Mewtwo and Mew, same thing. You know, they allow Mewtwo can get stuff from the graveyard, attach energy to it. What is it? I believe Ghastly can do that. Slowpoke cannot do that. So Slowpoke allows you to recover a trainer card, so that's super useful. So there's a lot of stuff focused on recovering stuff from the graveyard, and a lot of other cards focusing on discarding stuff to the graveyard to keep our plays going. Overall, I think it's a pretty flexible deck, and I'm excited to be able to see how it pans out. I'm actually really hoping that Patrick did get that Mewtwo beatdown, because I think playing against that, we've got some very good prospects. I'd be more concerned if he rolled something like Moltres Stall. I feel like that could be a lot more problematic and a lot less interesting to watch, you know, 2 weeks in a row, Stall versus Stall. So let's hope that didn't happen, and I'll see you guys in the battle.
All right, James. So here we are. You ready to rock and roll?
I am ready to roll, not rock.
Well, that's too bad.
Don't judge me. Oh, I'm going first. Aha!
Ah, I see. Nice Lickitung stall deck you have here.
Isn't it though? I don't know. I don't know if you got Mewtwo beat down, but if you did, I am going to be absolutely ecstatic.
Okay.
What do I go with? Do I get cocky on turn 1 and go for the Supersonic?
I think you do.
I think you want me to get cocky and go for the Supersonic.
I think it doesn't matter to me, so you can do whatever you want.
No, I should have went with the Supersonic. Not that it would matter. I still failed the coin flip.
Yeah.
I see you also have a Mew.
I do have a Mew. That should probably give away what I'm playing. I'll just add it. That's fine.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Does it give away what you're playing?
It should.
Because I also have my own Mew and Mew.
Well, you know the purpose of Mew, right?
It's to de-evolve Pokemon and
it's a direct counter to Mewtwo, is what it is.
Yeah.
So it one-shots with the plus power. So.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Did not think about that.
Yeah, it only costs one psychic energy to one-shot a Mewtwo, so pretty good.
We're just going to. I mean, do I? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna keep tongue wrapping. Ah, I finally got the paralysis through.
That is fine.
Not that it matters.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 2 energy on Mewtwo here. Just go and do that. End my turn.
Oh, that's so rude. Why would you do that?
Because
Whatever. Am I going to? Oh, I'm going to computer search. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm gonna computer search. All right.
We're going to get rid of this. I don't know if this is the move, but it's what I'm doing. And we're going to get rid of...
What is this? I haven't seen it yet.
I know, I'm thinking. I'm thinking, man. Give me a second. Get off my butt. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, so James went ahead and discarded for cost a Mewtwo and a plus power. Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Which is why I was like, I don't know if this is the move, but it's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's something.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep this up, shall we?
Okay.
You gonna? Yeah, I kind of figured.
I'll end my turn.
Oh, well.
Do you have another one?
I mean, okay. So I have an item finder in my hand and 4 cards. So theoretically,
Theoretically, you do.
I could item finder, discarding 2 to add energy search, and then energy or whatever it's called, computer search,
yeah.
and then discard the other 2. I'm not gonna do that though.
That would be a little bit risque for you, but
Gotta keep the pressure up, man. Gotta beat you down with the stall deck.
I mean,
Fortunately, I
you can-
finally drew an energy card.
There you go. Hey, now you're playing the game.
Says the person who hasn't drawn any energy. Are you really bricking this hard?
Don't worry about what I am or am not doing. That's of no concern to you. I'm gonna go ahead and item finder. And
It is very much of concern to me, actually. Would you add back energy?
All right, your move.
Bad news for you, because I just drew another one.
I'm gonna go ahead and Bill here.
Oh, finally a deck that plays Bill.
Yeah, I thought that helped. Apparently. So here's the thing: do I do that or do I do that?
I don't know. What do you do? Gust of wind.
There you go. I could have energy discard again, but yeah, that's fine.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so I think what am I going to do? Oh, I know. I'm going to scoop up the Mewtwo.
Okay.
And
Put the Lickitung in there and go for the KO. I see. Okay.
big plays here. Big plays.
That is a big play. That is a big play. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting you to have scoop up.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
this deck has
finally.
Plenty of scoop ups.
Cool. I've got a card that can actually do something now.
Oh good.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to.
We're on turn 17. I haven't launched a single attack yet.
I'm gonna energy removal here.
Fair enough. It's the first time I put an energy on one of my cards.
The mild perturb over there.
I mean,
I could hear it.
you know, sure.
I think I'm just going to tongue wrap here.
It's
We're just
fine.
gonna chip damage for the next 20 minutes.
You know, I expected as much. I'm gonna go ahead and computer search here because I'm gonna add a little bit. I need some stuff here. I'll grab that item. I'll switch for Scyther and go for that Swords Dance.
Ooh, spicy, spicy, spicy.
It means that you've got 2 turns to kind of take out my Scyther.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Or get double paralysis or something. Something stupid. Mr. Mime coming out here. Okay.
Got the Mr. Mime. All right. So we're going to gust of wind here and then tongue wrap.
All right. Let me go ahead and...
Get that paralysis.
You know, that is what you're gonna get.
You have
Unfortunately.
another switch.
I'm not in my hand right now. No, I do not have. My opening hand was. You've seen it now. It's Wigglytuff, Item Finder, Super Energy Removal, Double Colorless, Energy Removal, Mewtwo. So I think it was something like that.
That was a heck of an opening hand, sir.
It's a bit of a rough opening hand. I'm not gonna lie. Probably one of the worst I could have drawn.
Did not get the
I'm gonna go ahead
paralysis
and Bill.
that time.
No, you did not. Which means, dun dun dun. I'm gonna go Do I have anything in here that I care about? No, because I can't play that. Okay. We're gonna place that guy down.
Ooh, the Jigglypuff.
It is a Jigglypuff. Energy.
Oh, you're playing that Wigglytuff thing, aren't you?
Yeah, that Jigglypuff should give it away that I'm playing Wigglytuff.
Well, I mean, what should have given it away actually was the fact that you discarded a Wigglytuff earlier.
Yeah, I mean that should have also given it away.
That's
Don't get
what
me
should have
wrong.
given it away.
Yeah, the fact that that Wigglytuff is in my graveyard should give it away. I mean my discard pile.
Unfortunately, you see, the problem is I'm not quite that intelligent.
I didn't expect as much.
Yeah. Painful, sir.
That's too bad.
We're gonna do that and not get the.
That is unfortunate.
I do have my defender on there though.
That is fine. I believe that blocks 20. Is that right?
Yeah, 20.
Yep, 20. A little rough, buddy.
Get a tongue wrap again. Yeah, paralysis. Let's go. Coin flips are on my side this week, buddy.
Clearly they are.
Trying to be as obnoxious as humanly freaking possible.
That's fine. That's basically what I expect from you.
Ouch. That kind of hurt.
I mean, in my deck opening, I was like, yeah, James is probably going to try to play one Moltres stall because it's a burn mill in general.
I was hoping to get Moltres stall.
I figured you were. Well, that's pretty nice, actually.
Congratulations.
I'll go for Slash. Let's see if you can paralyze me again.
Oof, that's rough, sir. That's rough. I'm sorry, but I gotta do it to you. I'm a scoop up.
Scoop up. Oh my gosh.
Get that
And
young
here comes the
Mr. Mime out there.
The young Mr. Mime. So you're probably gonna hit me for what?
This will be. It should be
40.
40. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a one shot. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Do I do that? That'd be funny.
It's entirely up to you. You're gonna try switching to Mew and take out Mew.
I mean, I could do that, but no, that's not what we're doing. I am just going to meditate.
Yeah, I'm putting him out there.
Naturally, because it can do damage.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like, Mr. Mime is so good into a Mewtwo because Mewtwo literally can't do damage.
Yeah, it's a little rough. Let's see, I've got 2 in there now. Energy retrieval. I'll discard this computer search. Grab 2 of these bad boys.
Gotta get that energy.
I gotta get. That's my biggest problem right now. I'm with the pound.
Oh, you're pounding me.
Yeah.
A scoop up will be fantastic right about now.
Are you gonna go for it?
Go for it. Scoop up?
Yeah, if you had a scoop up.
Oh,
Or you're all out of scoop ups. You've used 2 of them.
I have used 2 of them, but I'm not out of scoop ups.
Yeah. I bet you're running like what, 3? Maybe 4.
I'm
Probably
running,
3.
Running 4.
Oh, you're running 4. Okay.
Uh-huh. What's the move, Patrick?
I don't know what you're contemplating, so I can't give you any advice.
Nor would you want to, I'm sure.
No, I would probably tell you the wrong thing to do.
I'm gonna item finder for scoop up.
Oh, you're grabbing your last.
I'm gonna scoop up Mr. Mime, switch into Lickitung, get Mr. Mime out there. I'm gonna energy removal, discarding, retrieval for energy retrieval to grab a couple of energies back. I'm attaching energy onto good old Mr. Mime here, and then I'm going to tongue wrap and get that sweet, sweet paralysis.
Nope.
Ah, you suck! The defending Pokemon's not asleep, or you can't do the wave this turn because you don't have any. Did you already attach? You have not attached, so you could. There it is.
There it is. It's a pretty weak Wigglytuff, but it'll work.
All right. For each Pokemon, the defender's bench, right?
Yep.
Of your bench Pokemon.
My bench. I thought you were talking about me.
No.
Yes.
Defender's bench. All right. Let's just tongue wrap and hope for the. Nope. There it is.
Boom.
Your first knockout.
And now we're off to the races.
Meditate here. Ah, you see, you're resistant to it. Ah, you suck.
Yep. Wigglytuff's pretty good, buddy. Let's see. This is what, gonna do 50? All right.
Yeah, it'll do 50.
Okay. Cool. Oh, that's a great card. Holy crap. All right. That's awesome.
Do I play fast and loose?
I mean, that's entirely up to you, buddy.
Alright. Here's the plan. Are you ready for this?
I never been more ready in my life.
Okay,
There's a
Lickitung out here. We're going to retreat into said Lickitung.
Okay, that's not what I would have done, but sounds good. Because you do realize I can't damage your Mr. Mime, right?
Yes, I'm completely aware.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
No, the coin flip didn't work.
Yeah, that's not good for you, buddy. I'm going to be fully honest. I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Ooh, the plus power.
Bill, place down that guy. I guess I Professor Oak. I had 2 in my hand. Yeah, so super energy removal. I'll take that off of your Lickitung there.
Fair enough.
I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. I need to be able to have something that can damage your Mr. Mime, right? Theoretically. I'll go put this on Jigglypuff.
That can damage Mr. Mime.
That can, in fact, damage your Mr. Mime. I'll just hit for 70 here.
Oofda.
It is a big oof.
Anyway,
the game has completely flipped at this point, from where it was at the very beginning.
Yeah, it has.
I went through all of my bad cards, and now I have all my good cards.
You know, eventually it's gonna happen.
You know, it will eventually happen. That's true.
Get that tongue wrap. Ooh, paralysis. Thank God. Okay. Maybe we bought ourselves one more turn. That was super energy removal. It's unfortunate. Not gonna lie. Man, was that the 4th one? 1, 2,
I'm not
3.
entirely sure. Let me see.
That's the 3rd one.
Yeah, that's my 3rd one of the
Plus a normal energy removal.
Yeah. Well, okay, this is an interesting play here. Do I go for it? I think I go for it. Oh, but then
What do you got, bud? What do you got? Hit me with your best shot.
let's see. I can take another tongue wrap, that's for sure.
You can take 4 more tongue wraps, sir.
Yeah, I can take a lot more tongue
you can
wraps.
take 3 more tongue wraps. That 4th one, that you know, you get that.
Yeah, the
4th
4th
tongue
one will
not
knock
too
me out.
much.
Okay, and you know I've already got one of my Wigglytuffs in the grate, so
Yeah.
I think I'll just sit on this and just keep drawing cards.
Fair enough.
Working
Oh
out.
boy. Well, I guess I'm just going to end my turn here, son.
That's a good sign for me, I'm gonna be honest.
That is. I've got a lot of
wave.
energy in my graveyard right now.
Is that or like okay? Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You probably have at least maybe 4 more psychic energies and 1 more double colorless. So, like I want to say a quarter of your deck is energies that's left. So you have a pretty good chance of drawing some.
Yeah, I mean you're right. I do have a good chance of drawing energies.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, if you can stall me out for 12 turns, you win the game. So there's that.
You're right. If I just sit here for 12 turns, if I can somehow sit here for 12 turns, you're right. I win.
That's true. I'm assuming you're running Lickitung stall at this point. I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah, no, I'm right.
Yeah.
Tongue stall. The issue is I just don't have any energy, and that's. I mean, I was having energy problems in the beginning of the game too. I had to computer search for an energy for God's sakes.
Okay, so do you want to know something absolutely tragic?
Sure.
So my Grimer evolves into Muck. Muck would cancel out your Mr. Mime's Poke Power. You know where Muck is right now?
In your prize pool?
He's in my discard pile.
Oh, is he really?
I had to discard him for a computer search earlier or something like that.
That's unfortunate. I've also only seen 1 energy removal despite the fact that I'm running 7 of them.
I'm not going to give away how many I'm running.
Oh, it's gonna time. This stupid game's gonna time me out, but like I don't know where to go from here.
Well, you should do something so we don't have to end the episode and you can get a timeout.
All right, fine. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do item finder.
Okay.
All right, I clicked a thing, so now it can't yell at me.
Yeah, it can. It's still ticking down.
It can bite me. Is what it can do.
Okay.
All right.
Timeout allowance was used.
You're not helping.
We'll do something, bro. You gotta have some option. You have 3 cards in your hand.
I'm trying to figure out how to not lose, sir.
I think you're probably gonna lose from this position, buddy.
I think you're not wrong. Alright, I think the move is energy retrieval here.
Okay. So did you item fighter into energy retrieval?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty bad. That's like your whole hand.
Yeah, no, none of this has been great.
Oh, did you discard a Chansey there?
I had to discard my Chansey.
You scooped up. Okay. So you just healed your Lickitung, I see. Alright, alright. You know what would be your darn shame?
You're gonna retreat into Jigglypuff is what you're gonna do.
No, I was gonna say, you know what would be a darn shame is if I super energy removal you Mr. Mime and then retreated into Jigglypuff.
That would be a darn shame. I will let the record show that if I lose this, it's because I have 7 forms of energy removal and I've seen 1. I also have 3 Oaks and I haven't gotten any of them. I need to top deck an Oak after this.
Cool. Anyway.
Cool.
Hit him with the pound.
That is not an Oak, sir.
I could do with an Oak too, to be honest.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna retreat into Lickitung here.
Alright, sounds good.
Go ahead. Oh boy, oh boy. You're an asshole.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Alright, tongue wrap. Come on, paralysis. I need your protagonist energy, Patrick.
You're probably not gonna get that considering Wigglytuff is gonna come out here pretty soon. Lullaby. Oh, you're no longer asleep immediately.
Aha! Bite me. Tongue wrap. Yeah!
Darn it.
Come on, no switch in hand.
I don't have the switch.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I can't get the cards that I need. I'm drawing energy now, by the way.
Oh, good.
Missing that Chansey. Missing that Chansey. Yeah, come on. No, you switch.
Boom. Either way, baby.
All right.
How many Pokemon have you discarded at this point?
A lot.
1, 2.
So.
A lot.
My hand right now is a Mr. Fuji and 3 energy.
Hey, there you go, Mr. Fuji and full 3 energy. Can you go for the Supersonic? So I knock out my own Wigglytuff. You draw immediately into a chance and play the chance.
Okay, I mean, it's a coin flip whether I tongue wrap or supersonic.
Well, if you don't stop my Wigglytuff from attacking next turn, I win.
You win.
Okay.
I flipped tails.
I do in fact
It
win.
came down to a coin flip, and of course I lost. I lose.
You were flipping heads all game. You can't tell me that.
Bull. I guarantee if it went through, I would have more tails than heads.
You know what my prize card was, James?
What?
Energy removal.
You're terrible.
All right. Okay, so to be completely honest, let's just go through that game. The first, like, I want to say 10 turns, I'm just like, this is going to be the fastest episode we've ever made. Because I'm just going to lose so quickly. But because you're a stall deck, you did, like, no damage.
I know, that's the problem.
So then, like, because I was able to just be like, alright, I've got a warm body on the field. It's going to take you 7 turns to take out my Mewtwo, and I'm never going to attack anyway. Like, you know, I'll be able to do it. We saw 0 Mewtwo representation as far as, like, actually doing things.
I know.
So as far as the people are concerned, wow, Wigglytuff's amazing. Well, Wigglytuff's Wigglytuff is good against a Mewtwo specifically. It's terrible to I think a Hitmonchan. It gets like 1-shot. So it's just a very interesting setup we had here. And I think you discarding that chance, it just really was a bad move.
Yeah, but I mean, I was struggling, dude.
I mean, it's a 2-shot for anything with Do the Wave with this full bench that I've got stacked up here.
Yeah,
so,
that was the problem. I was,
you know.
I mean, I was basically banking on, I mean, like, do you retreat? Do you not? Like, I mean, the move is obviously that you would, but I was kind of hoping you wouldn't.
Well, I just also happened to have the exact right cards towards the end there that I needed.
Yeah, you
know.
really did.
And I had so many cards in my discard pile I could just item fighter into anything I needed for that situation. So that was really nice. Like, I could have item fighter into a Professor Oak if I wanted to. My hand, besides the energy removal, was a Scyther, a Mewtwo, and a Mr. Fuji.
So there were Scythers in this deck, and I was like, why are there Scythers in this deck? Like, do you really want damage that badly?
Well, I mean, it's just a really good basic Pokemon. It's kind of like, why do you have Mewtwo's in your deck? You know, like your deck, like at this point in the game, there's a few staple Pokemon and quite a few staple trainer cards, and the staple Pokemon are basically Scyther and Mewtwo, and then Mew. Mew kind of joined them a little bit later because people figured out that Mew would be able to one-shot Mewtwo, because Mewtwo was just going crazy, and if you didn't have your own Mewtwo set up, you just kind of lost. So they're like, okay, well, when you have some kind of answer to Mewtwo, and they go, oh, hey, Mew is a basic Pokemon, costs 1 energy to take out your Mewtwo. Play that. You know. So that's what people started doing.
Oh,
and,
yeah, well, that makes sense.
It works pretty well. So, like, those 3 cards, almost every deck's going to have them, unless it's something like Rain Dance, where you only play water types. You know. So, or Electanine, which was one of the weird decks on the wheel, where you have a very specific strategy to go into Arcanine with all this other crap that's kind of supposed to help out, but I don't think it's like all that good. But like something like Wigglytuff Toolbox or Haymaker or Stall, all of these toolbox kind of esque decks, you're gonna play a lot of these like Scythers, Mews, and Mewtwo's. So. Pretty fun set though, in my opinion.
I agree. So when you're editing this, you're gonna be like, what is he doing? Why is he looking over to the right now? And I will tell you shortly. And it's very important that everyone get to hear this.
Okay, what is it?
I'm currently counting my heads versus my tails.
It's gonna come up to be like 60% heads to 40% tails or something. Let's see.
I can tell you right now that if I got a heads for every remaining coin flip in here, it still wouldn't match my tails.
Really?
I had like 9 tails. Okay, so total number of heads: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heads.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tails.
Okay, yeah, that's what is that? I think it's like a 40-60 distribution or something like that in favor of tails.
So there were a total of 8 and 14, so that'd be 22. So
almost probably 35-65 actually.
I had 36.4% heads.
There you go. My rough math was pretty good. It was right in that
Quick math.
Quick math. But hey, listen, James, you know what that tells us?
What?
You're not the protagonist of the
series.
I
am not the protagonist of the series. No, see, it makes perfect sense. I am the antagonist because I came out episode 1. Amazing win. Everyone's like, oh my god, this guy's so big and bad.
Amazing win out of absolutely nowhere.
Lose.
Amazing win with a rogue Machamp Alakazam deck into Haymaker, the premier deck.
Yeah. Not only a rogue deck, but a rogue beatdown deck that I played as Stall.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the 3rd week in a row I played Stall, essentially.
Yeah, you need to stop playing Stall, but I don't think it's working out too well for you.
Yeah, I think you're right at this point.
I'm usually right, but I think this was a really fun matchup. Honestly, I said this last week, but so far this is my favorite format. I think Fossil just introduced a lot of really interesting cards. Same thing with the promo cards. I think a lot of really interesting ones were introduced. If you guys like this series, please comment down below your favorite card or set that we've done so far, as well as leave us a like and subscribe if you want to see more. This does come out bi-weekly at this point, but if it does well enough, we might switch it over to a weekly series, but we'll have to see exactly how well this series does. So, James, you want to sign us off here?
Yeah, hey, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this sort of content, and swing over by Twitch if you want to see more Pokemon. We got the Pokemon Progression series every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. A lot of fun. We're in the
we're in like the middle of the EX era at this point.
Yeah, that era. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that one.
Thank you guys, and you have a good week.